Guys, welcome back to TechDose, and in this video we will look at check if number is sum of powers of 3 problem, which is from Leetcode number 1780. Let's now look at the problem statement. Given an integer n, return true if it is possible to represent n as the sum of distinct powers of 3, otherwise return false. An integer y is a power of 3 if there exists an integer x such that y equals 3 to the power of x. Now if you look at first example where n equals to 12, we can represent 12 equals 3 to the power of 1 plus 3 to the power of 2, which is giving us 12, right? Now if you look at the second example 91, then we can represent it as 3 to the power of 0, 3 to the power of 2 and 3 to the power 4. Sum of all this will be equals to 91. The third example is not possible to be represented in sum of power of 3, which are all distinct powers, right? Because if the word distinct power is removed, then you can always take 3 to the power of 0 and keep on adding to reach to any number n, because 3 to the power 0 is actually 1. So you can keep adding 1 and you will definitely reach to whatever number you want to reach, isn't it? So that is why the problem has distinct powers condition. So we can use 3 to the power of x only one time. Okay, then we have to use something y where x is not equals to y, and then you add it. Now if you look at the constraint, then it says that n is ranging from 1 to 10 to the power of 7. So in base 10 number system, you know that it is not more than 8 digit. So it is fitting inside our integer range, isn't it? So let's look at some observation which will help us solve this problem. Now let's look at this example 1 where we are taking the number to be 1010 and the base to be 10. Now if you look at these values 1010, what are these numbers? We will call them as coefficient. And what are these positions representing 0, 1, 2, 3, and why are they numbered from right to left? You already know that in a base 10 number system, the first digit has a weightage of 10 to the power of 0. This will have 10 to the power 1 weightage, which is ones place, tens place, hundreds place, then you have thousands place, right? So that is how the weightage is actually given. And if you want to represent this given number n in terms of multiples of coefficient, that means the sum of power of the given base, which is the base 10, then you can represent it as multiply the coefficient with the given power, add it with multiply the coefficient with the given power. That means 10 to the power of 3 into 1 plus 0 times of 10 to the power 2, 1 time of 10 to the power 1 and 0 times of 10 to the power 0. And this will be actually representing this given number, right? This is the process, and this is the process for any base, not just in base 10. Now if you look at example number 2, then here we have 132 and these are the given positions, and again using the same idea you can say that 1 time of 10 to the power of 2 plus 3 times of 10 to the power 1 plus 2 times of 10 to the power 0. In this case 1 times of 10 to the power 2 means that 10 to the power 2 is included one time, while 3 times of 10 to the power 1 it means that 10 to the power 1 is included 3 times. It is equivalent to saying that you add 10 to the power 1 3 times in this entire flow so that you can reach to this number 132. So this power is repeating, isn't it? And if you look at the problem statement, then it was mentioning that we need to include distinct powers only, right? We cannot have the same power occurring multiple times. Therefore, if you had asked me if this is the given number and tell me if this can be represented in sum of distinct powers of 10, then you will say that no, it is not possible. And why it is not possible? Because the coefficient 3 is actually greater than 1 and this 2 is also greater than 1, right? You cannot have coefficient which is greater than 1 and you can actually represent the number as sum of distinct powers of 10. It will not be possible. If you look at this example, the third example, if 120 is a number in base 3, then you will say that 1 time of 3 to the power 2 plus 2 times of 3 to the power 1 and 0 times of 3 to the power 0. In this case 3 to the power 2 is included one time, 3 to the power 0 is included 0 times. If you include 0 times means you are excluding it and it is fine. But 3 to the power 1 is getting included 2 times, therefore 3 to the power 1 is repeating, and that's why 120 can also not be represented as sum of distinct powers of 3. It will not be possible, right? So I can generalize it as if the given number is, let's say, PQR, where PQR are actually the digits and all of the PQR are in the range of 0 to b minus 1, where b is the base. Then this number will be represented as p times of b to the power 2, because 2 is the position, q times of b to the power 1 plus r times of b to the power 0. And if you want them to be represented as sum of distinct powers of b, then all of these values p, q, r must either be 0 or 1. It is not possible that you will have any of these coefficient values greater than 1 and still be able to represent it as sum of distinct powers of b. So I can make this statement that for a given number n in base b to be represented as sum of distinct powers of b, all of the coefficients must be either 0 or 1. This implies that n in base b must have only 0 or 1 as the digits. I hope this point is clear, and if you know this point, then you can solve this problem easily. But let me show you how to convert base 10 to base 3. So you know that if you want to convert base 10 to any other base, like what we do for base 2, we just keep dividing by 2 and track the remainders. We will do the same in order to convert base 10 to base 3. You keep dividing by 3 and track the remainder, okay? And the reverse of this will be actually the given number converted to base 3. You can replace it to base b by dividing by b and tracking the remainder, right? So this is your simple division method, and the time complexity of this is order of log n base b. So in this case the base b is 3, and therefore it will be log n base 3. But since 3 is a constant, I will just be dropping it off and say that the time complexity is log n. So simply looking at the previous observation, if given a number in base 10, I can actually convert it to base 3 and find out if the base 3 number has any of its coefficient greater than 1. That means any of its coefficient which is not 0 or 1. In base 3, what can be the actual coefficient values? It can be either 0 or 1 or 2. It cannot be 3, 4, 5, because the range of digits will be in the range of 0 to b minus 1 always. For base 10 number system, it is in the range of 0 to 9. For hexadecimal number system, it is in the range of 0 to 15, right? For octal, it is from 0 to 7. So you note the difference, right? For base 2 number system, it is from 0 to 1. So similarly, I have only these 3 digits, and I know that if I find anything else apart from 0 or 1 as a coefficient, then this given number cannot be represented as sum of distinct powers of 3. Okay, so I'll be just checking if I can get 2 as a coefficient. So I will be giving a dry run for 2 different examples. So I have already written the code here. If you can see the code, you can just run the loop until n becomes 0, and you can just keep on checking. If n mod of 3 is 2, that means it is not a 0 or 1, then you can return false. That means this given number n cannot be represented as sum of distinct powers of 3. Otherwise, you keep on dividing the number, and at the end, if the number reduces to 0 without having found any coefficient as 2, that means all the coefficients were either 0 or 1, and that is where you need to return a true here. That means the given number n can be represented as sum of distinct powers of 3. If you look at this example, 201 given in base 10, because in the Leetcode the input is given in base 10. So if you convert it to base 3, you will get 21110 as base 3. You know that since one of the coefficient is actually greater than 1, that is why this will be returning a false. But let's see the process how to do that. So take this number and do mod of 3. Mod of 3 will give you the last coefficient, right? This 0. So if you get this as 2, then you can immediately return false, but you didn't get it. So you divide by 3. What is the effect of dividing by 3? If you divide by the base of the number system, like 201 divided by 10 will give you 20. That means one time right shifting. So if you divide this by 3, it will do one time right shifting, and the the least significant digit will be lost. Now you have 2111, which is equivalent to this 67 in base 10. Again find mod of 3, it is giving you 1. It is again valid. So again do a right shifting by dividing by 3. So this digit is also lost. Again repeat the process. You got a 1. It is fine. Do a right shifting by division by 3. Again now you reach to 7, which is 21 in base 3. Do a mod 3 and this is fine. So do a right shifting. Now you reach to 2 in base 10. Take mod of 3. You are getting a 2. So this is invalid, and that is why we are returning false. You can repeat the same process with this entire thing, right? With 91, and this is going to work. You know that its base 3 representation is 10101. Okay. So I leave it up to you. I have already given the answer. Now in this case, when you keep tracking the remainder, you will follow that 21110 is actually the base 3 representation. And if you look at it, 10101 is the base 3 representation of this 91, right? So by taking the mod of 3, you are actually simulating this division method of tracking the remainders. Okay. So I hope this idea is clear. The time complexity will be order of log n base 3. So I will just write log n because 3 is a constant, and the space complexity is just order of 1. So this is the code and this is the entire idea. If you are someone who is looking to prepare for top product based company within a limited time of just 3 months, then we have brought for you both the DSA and the system design live interview training program. The most important feature of this program is you get a filtered and condensed structured curriculum, in-depth discussion of all the topics, and my guarantee of your understanding, one-on-one guidance with me, and live weekend classes. To know more about the training, you can WhatsApp us on this given number.